Let me ask you something uncomfortable. How many times have you started over? Started a diet on Monday, quit by Wednesday, started a journal, filled 3 pages, never opened it again, started going to the gym, went twice, then life got busy. What if I told you that's not a discipline problem? That's not a motivation problem. That's not even a you problem. What if the real problem is that nobody ever taught you what consistency actually is? Because here's what's wild. The most successful people on the planet are not the most talented. They're not the smartest. They're not even the hardest workers. They're just the ones who kept showing up. Today, we're going to break that down. And by the end of this video, you're going to have a completely different relationship with consistency, one that finally works. Let's go. Story number 1, the bamboo tree. I want to tell you about a plant called the Chinese bamboo tree. You plant the seed, you water it, you give it sunlight, you care for it every single day. And for the first year, nothing happens. No sprout, no sign of life, just dirt. You keep going. Year 2, still nothing. Year 3, you start to wonder if you're crazy. Year 4, your friends are laughing at you. Why are you watering an empty place? But then, year 5, in just 6 weeks, the Chinese bamboo tree grows 90 feet tall. Now here's the question. Did it grow 90 feet in 6 weeks? Or did it grow 90 feet over 5 years? The answer is 5 years. Because all that time it wasn't visible. It was building a root system so strong that nothing could stop it once it was ready. That's consistency. Most people quit in year 3. They never see year 5. And the saddest part, their bamboo was this close to breaking through. Story number 2, the writer who wrote badly every day. Okay, let me tell you about a guy named Anthony Trollope. Most of you probably haven't heard of him, and that's fine. But in the 1800s, this man wrote 47 novels. 47, not 1, not 5, 47. You want to know his secret? It wasn't talent. By his own admission, he wasn't the best writer of his era. His secret was embarrassingly simple. Every morning before his day job, he worked as a postal clerk. By the way, he'd wake up at 5:30 a.m. and write for 2.5 hours. He had a word quota, 250 words per 15 minutes. If he finished a novel mid-session, he'd start a new one immediately. No inspiration needed, no perfect mood, no waiting for the muse to show up. He just wrote. And here's the part that should hit you like a truck. If you write just 300 words a day, in 1 year you have a 109,000 word novel. That's a full book, written in small, daily, boring increments. The secret isn't a secret at all. It's just repetition. Why people actually fail at consistency. All right, let's get into the real stuff, because you might be thinking, okay, I get it. Show up, do the thing. But why can't I just do it? Great question. Here are the 3 actual reasons people fail at consistency. Reason number 1, they confuse motivation with commitment. Motivation is a feeling. It comes and goes like the weather. If you wait to feel motivated to exercise, to write, to build your business, you'll wait forever. Commitment is a decision. You make it once and you act on it regardless of feeling. Reason number 2, they're playing the wrong game. They're optimizing for results, not process. When you focus only on results, I want 6-pack abs. I want 100,000 subscribers, and those results don't show up fast enough, you get discouraged and quit. But when you fall in love with the process, I love how I feel after I work out. I enjoy making videos. You keep going naturally. Fall in love with the rep, not just the reward. Reason number 3, they're doing too much too fast. This is the big one. Seriously, most people fail at consistency not because they're lazy, but because they're too ambitious at the start. Day 1, I'm gonna wake up at 5 a.m., meditate, journal, workout, read 50 pages, meal prep, and build a business. Day 3, burnout. Back to Netflix. Sound familiar? The science is clear here. Small habits compound faster than you think, and they stick far better than dramatic overhauls. Okay, tips time. Let's make this real. Tip number 1, use the 2-minute rule, coined by author James Clear in Atomic Habits. And it sounds almost too simple to work. Whenever you want to build a new habit, start with a version that takes 2 minutes or less. Want to start reading? Read 1 page. Want to work out? Put on your gym clothes and do 2 push-ups. Want to meditate? Sit in silence for 2 minutes. The goal isn't the 2 minutes. The goal is to never break the identity of being someone who shows up. Because once you're in motion, you usually keep going. But even if you don't, you didn't break the chain. Show up small, show up often. Tip number 2, never miss twice. Here's a reality check. You will miss a day. Life happens. You'll get sick, overwhelmed, tired. That's not failure, that's human. But the research on habit formation is very clear. Missing once has almost zero impact on long-term success. Missing twice starts a new habit, the habit of missing. So the rule is simple. You're allowed to skip, but never, ever skip twice in a row. Miss Monday, fine. But Tuesday is non-negotiable. One day off is a rest. 2 days off is the beginning of a new pattern. Know the difference. Tip number 3, design your environment before you need willpower. Here's a hard truth. Willpower is exhaustible. It's like a battery. It drains throughout the day. So if you're relying on willpower alone to stay consistent, you're going to lose. Instead, design your environment so the right action is the easiest action. Want to read before bed? Put the book on your pillow. Want to work out in the morning? Sleep in your gym clothes. Yes, really. Want to eat healthier? Put the fruit on the counter. Hide the junk food in a hard-to-reach cabinet. You don't need more discipline. You need fewer decisions. Make the good choice the default choice. Tip number 4, attach your new habit to something you already do. This is called habit stacking, and it's one of the most powerful tools in behavioral psychology. After I pour my morning coffee, I will journal for 5 minutes. After I brush my teeth at night, I will do 10 push-ups. After I sit down at my desk, I will spend 5 minutes on my side project. You're not adding a new habit, you're plugging it into a routine that already exists. Your brain barely even notices. Tip number 5, make your streak visible. Jerry Seinfeld, yes, the Jerry Seinfeld, uses a technique he calls don't break the chain. He bought a big wall calendar. Every day he wrote new jokes. He put a big red X on that date. After a few days, you have a chain. Your only job, don't break the chain. There is something deeply satisfying, almost addictive, about seeing a visual streak. It makes consistency feel like a game you're winning. Use a habit tracking app, a journal, a whiteboard, whatever works for you, but see it every day. Story number 3, the 1% better concept. Let me leave you with one final idea that might genuinely change how you see your life. If you get just 1% better every day at something, just 1%, do you know what that compounds to? Over a year, you become 37 times better, not 1.37 times, not double, 37 times. And if you get 1% worse every day, you decline to nearly 0. This isn't a motivational fantasy. This is mathematics. This is the compound interest of effort applied to your own life. You don't need a transformation. You need a direction. You just need to be a tiny bit better today than you were yesterday, and then do that again tomorrow. That's it. That's the whole secret. Here's what I want you to remember when you close this video. Consistency is not about being perfect. It's not about having the best morning routine or the most aesthetic journal or the fanciest gym membership. Consistency is about being the person who doesn't quit when it gets boring, and it will get boring. That's not a bug. That's the filter. That's how it separates the people who transform their lives from the people who talk about transforming their lives. The bamboo tree doesn't wonder if the roots are working. It just grows. Anthony Trollope didn't wait to feel like a writer. He just wrote. You don't need more motivation. You don't need a better plan. You just need to start today, even if it's 5 minutes, because 5 minutes done consistently beats 5 hours done once. So here's your challenge. I want you to pick one thing, just one, something you've been putting off, something you keep starting over on. And I want you to commit to just 5 minutes of it today, not tomorrow, not Monday, today. Drop it in the comments. What's your one thing? I read every single one. And if this video hit different for you, share it with one person who needs to hear this right now. Subscribe if you want more of this. I'll see you in the next one. Let's build.